Welcome to Buckles Locker. Thank you for joining this live stream. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos. Make sure you hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on the channel. Been missing in action, folks. I didn't do a live stream this Sunday, and I'll kind of let everybody fill in the chat room for a second. Before I start talking. Do you like? Anyway, let's get some people in here. What's up? What's going on, everybody? Now, hey, look. Come on in, folks. Come on in. They're probably thinking, you got some explaining to do. What it did it to do? What up, Marlon? Buccaneers for life. You wish. Marcus Allen. What it did it to do? Carlos Mosley. What's good with your man? See if I can fit this on my roll tide. Nah, fam. Ain't no roll tide over here, fam. Ain't no roll tide, man. Ain't none of that. Anyway. No, I wasn't trying to put a background up. I wanted to just go raw with it. Like, no, there is no background today. No background. I didn't feel like doing one. Just one of those. This is going to be one of them sessions today. I'm not going to really do too much, really. But yeah. What up, Steven? Devin, what's going on with you? Wish I see you, man. No, I didn't do a live stream Sunday, man. This past weekend was just kind of like my time. I wanted to enjoy myself this time, and I got out and explored the city and wanted to get out and do some things, and I had a good time. So sometimes you have those weekends you just want to do something different, and I watched the game like bits and pieces. I didn't watch the whole game. I pretty much caught the bulk of the game, but it wasn't like consistent because I was doing other stuff. But I know enough about the team. And I know what I saw in the games. I can talk about it. So, man, ain't no Kane sweater, man. We ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get down to business, man. We're going to bring some folks on today, man. I want to hear what y'all got to say because I know a lot of y'all probably were thinking like, dang, where's Bucko's Lock on Sunday? He didn't show up for his He didn't show up for the live stream, man. Like, what happened? Folks, I'm okay. I just wanted to do something different, and I did. So, so the game, the game was a dub. I had picked the Bucs to win, of course. The Bucs are now 7-3. They put up 46 points against the Carolina Panthers. Another win that it's like, yeah, you beat the Panthers. You know what I'm saying? Like, a win is a win, but I don't judge the Bucs off of beating the Panthers. I keep telling y'all this. I don't judge the Bucs beating Panthers, Broncos, Chargers, teams like that. You expected to beat those teams. You're just better than them. Like, the real issue I have with this team is when the competition gets better. They beat the Packers, which was a great win. The rest of the wins are good wins. They're not great wins. You lost to the Saints twice. They lost to the Saints twice, and they lost to the Bears. Two tough defenses. They struggled against the Giants, but they expected to win those games. So it's a bounce-back victory. It was a bounce-back game. It was a confidence-building, confidence-boosting win for the Bucs because they took a shellacking. They got took to the woodshed against the Saints, and coming back and playing the lowly Panthers 3-7 now. They're not going anywhere. Christian McCaffrey hurt again. Teddy Bridgewater got nicked up. So the Panthers ain't going nowhere. First year head coach that came from college. Do we expect him to actually beat the Bucs? Like, no. So congratulations on the win, but I'm more concerned about like wins against the Rams and the Chiefs and even the Falcons. That's my concern. Split with at least minimal split with the Falcons. And try to get the Chiefs and the Rams. You know what I'm saying? Try to get both of them, maybe one out of two. Even the Vikings playing good now. So the Vikings going to be a little challenge too. Mike Zimmer kind of got those boys settled down, and the Vikings are winning right now. So let's not get too hyped. And I know everybody's excited when we win, when the Bucs win. A lot of us get excited. We get riled up because we like to see our team win, but sometimes we got to come down to reality and be like, all right, y'all know what it is. We beat the Panthers. The Panthers will be picking in the top 10, maybe top 15 in the draft, top 12. So it's not a team that you can base the team on how they look, because a lot of people will say, oh, the Bucs looking like this, but it's against the Panthers, the Broncos, the Giants. You know what I'm saying? Like teams like the Chargers with a lame duck head coach, the Broncos with Drew Lock. With back. You get what I'm saying? Like, how much stock can you put into those wins? I mean, there's a good wins, but there's not wins that you get like say, oh, that's how the team's supposed to look. No, look like that against the Bears defense. Look like that against the Saints, especially. Look like that against the Rams, the Chiefs, the Vikings. Split with the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? Or look like that in the playoffs. Don't be looking like that against teams that you know you can beat, because you really can't gauge the team off of beating the Panthers. It's a good win, a lot of yards. Panthers got a young defense. They got one of the youngest rosters in the NFL. Yeah, the Bucs gonna shellac them and run through them like they ain't nothing. And that's exactly what they did. It started out a little sketchy. 14-7, I was like, oh boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, but stayed with it, you know what I'm saying? And the next thing you know, we just that 98-yard touchdown run by Ronald Jones. So shouts out to Ronald Jones. He fumbled, but he made up for it for the 98-yard touchdown run. And what's so crazy is the Panthers, Shaq Thompson, they knew the play. He called the play in the huddle for the defense, and the defense slanted the other way. So the reason why Ronald Jones broke that touchdown run is the defensive line went the wrong way, even though Shaq Thompson told them they knew the play. They knew that the Bucs was going to run the ball to the left, or right off between the center and the guard, left guard. And the Panthers are so young and so not together yet, they slanted, from their point of view, they slanted left instead of slanting right. So technically, if they would have been a better D-line and more cohesion, that play would have never happened. But this is what I'm telling y'all. Sometimes you got to look at the intricate details of the games. That 98-yard touchdown run wasn't supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but in all, let me get a little quick breakdowns of the shouts out to the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a good team win. A lot of points, a lot of yards, like 500 and something yards total offense. Brady had 327, a couple TDs, a rushing TD. Ronald Jones had 198 yards, so he's back in the top 5 in rushing. He's like 798 yards, like 8 touchdowns now, so he's back in the top 5 in rushing yards. Rojo had Leonard Fournette had a couple catches. AB, Godwin, and Mike Evans. Y'all see how that looks. AB, Godwin, and Mike Evans. I mean, no offense to Scotty Too Hotty. I'm a fan of Scotty Too Hotty, but I don't think Scotty Too Hotty is going to be really out there like that. As long as those guys can stay healthy, I just don't see Scotty Too Hotty getting a lot of reps, especially over AB. You know what I'm saying? He'll get some run and some sets and some formations, but AB's going to take that third receiver spot because they feel like AB will put the offense over the hump. Even though the offense was already good, it wasn't great, but it was good. But AB just adds another dimension than Scotty Miller, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, Scotty Miller is kind of like limited, you know what I'm saying? So as they incorporate AB more and more and more, 2 games back, he's already, this game he had 6-7 catches. I mean, Godwin had like 90 yards receiving. Evans had about 6-7 catches. So it was spread out, but you're not going to really see too many 100-yard receivers in the Bucs offense because it's just too many weapons. You know what I'm saying? Gronk had a good game. WW Gronk, he had a good game. The O-line setup was interesting because Ali Marpet didn't play. So what they did was they had A.J. Shipley at center and Ryan Jansen at left guard. And then, in number 76 and Kappa and Tristan. And that line was actually blocking pretty good. That style right there, moving Jansen to the left guard. So I wonder if the Bucs would probably look into that. If Kappa don't work out, they move Jansen to one of the guard positions. And then, with Ali Marpet and Jansen at guard, and then keep A.J. Shipley and get a left tackle in the draft next year. So that lineup might be pretty good. So the receivers did good. The running backs did good. Brady did very well. He was good with the ball. Scored a lot of points. The defense was a little shaky in some areas. Ross Cockwell didn't look good on a touchdown pass. DJ Moore. The Panthers did move the ball a little bit, but then we kind of shut them down. In the second half. So It was a pretty easy game. I didn't really have to pay attention to it the whole game. The coaching looked good when you're coaching against Matt Rule and Joe Brady. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't consider an upper level coach. You don't consider a Panthers coaching staff upper level. So it's a good win. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to win games like that. You're supposed to beat the Panthers. Okay, whatever. Next, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to down the win. It's just don't get like, oh, well, we good now. No, that's not how it works. You beat the teams you're supposed to beat, but how you are measured is you're measured against better teams or just as good. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you measure. So you gotta remember that. My phone ringing over there. Anyway, I'll deal with it another time. So yeah, defensively, the defense did good overall. Good defense in the second half. Shut them down. Secondary stepped up in the second half. The run defense obviously going to be good. No Christian McCaffrey. Mike Davis is a pretty decent back too. Teddy Bridgewater got nicked up by JPP on a sack. JPP dove at his legs. It was just dangerous. Almost, broke his leg again. Teddy Bridgewater had a leg injury before. And JPP dove at his leg. I'm surprised they threw a flag on that. But the back-breaking play was a 98-yard touchdown run. It was 26-17. The Panthers had pinned the Bucs deep in their territory, and Rojo broke the game open. If the Panthers probably would have made a stop, it would have made a little game. But that Rojo run broke the back of the Panthers, and they couldn't recover. So 29-6 in the second half. So we turned it up. That's how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like 29-6 in the second half. So let me get straight to the folks real quick, because I'm gonna get right to the people, man. I'm gonna post a link in the chat room, and like I said, y'all know the drill when you come to the locker room. Try to get straight to the point, keep it short. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your audio good. And I'm about to bring some of y'all on, and so y'all can talk about the game, and try to keep it 2-3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how many people gonna come on tonight, but we'll see how many people come on. I'm trying to get right to it. So that's my take on it, and then so watching the game, so I was at a bar, I was out, and I ran across some Saints fans, and I wasn't looking at the TV, but we'll get to that in a second. I'm pretty sure it'll be brought up to me anyway. But so we got our first guest in the locker room. About to join locker room talk. So remember, folks, the link is in the chat room. So feel free to chime in. Try to keep it short, straight to the point. Get to your get to it. And try to keep it 2-3 minutes. And I'll listen. You ask me a couple questions, and y'all know the routine. So let's get it. We got our first locker room participant. Let's give a warm welcome to Marlon Grays. He's been in the chat room. He's been around for a minute too. So, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's wrong with the audio? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh my gosh. Hang on. My audio is bad. I'm about to reset my thing. I'll be
No,
back.
I can hear you. I can hear you
All right.
fine.
All right.
All right. So we got the next one. Big Bucks, man. We about to come into the locker room, man. Go ahead and speak your mind, Big Bucks, man. You're a regular, so you know the
What's
routine.
up, man?
I'm chilling.
Yeah, true, man. Missed your live feed yesterday for the game, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I I'll say this, man. The game kind of had me kind of nervous a little bit until they maybe actually pulled away. I felt like because it was a first year head coach, it showed yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was crazy that he went for two when they could have just waited until the next possession if they got the ball back. I thought
Right.
that was kind of weird, but this game still had the defense has still got me worried. Like we haven't seen that dominant defense we saw like in the first 5 or 6 weeks.
The Packers
We've
game.
seen it. Yeah, it's like they just come loose, unglued for some reason. And to me, the secondary has become the weakest link, and I'm surprised with that because like we thought that Dean was looking good. He's been showing out of place. Sean Murphy Bunty out of place. Carlton Davis, he's starting to be. limped up a little bit. Always showing up on the injury report. So that's some cause for concern. And where the hell is Antoine Winfield at, Junior?
Yeah, he been
He
quiet
ain't
for the
made
last
me.
like 4 weeks.
And Levante has been quiet too the
Yeah,
last
it's been a
couple of
couple
weeks.
unquiet. Luckily, like the
So
team they play,
Stu,
so like how I was looking at it, like the team defense, it kind of like covers up the missing in action
well,
players.
and this is what scares me, and then nobody's never touched on it. Teams can run on us since Villa has been out. Nobody's exploited that because if you go back and watch that Green Bay game, they were running the ball on us, and those were scripted plays. I didn't understand why. I'm like, those scripted plays are working. Why you got away from it? So I think you need to just shore up the defense. We're gonna be put to the test this week. So
Y'all saw what happened last year with the
I mean,
Rams. Had to score 55 to beat the Rams, and the
yeah,
defense was
and you got to
horrible,
turn. You had a pick six
horrible.
to steal the game.
Yeah, matter of fact, it was the secondary. The secondary was the weak link in the Rams game.
Yeah, man. What is golf? That was a career high,
Yeah,
500
like
yards.
500. Yeah, 500 some yards. Like Chuck, like Sean McVay is a beast at play calling. Like he's a beast.
Well,
So
I'll say
the
this.
secondary will get exposed.
Yeah, I'll say this. If they can rush with 4 Monday night, it's gonna be a long night, and
Well,
that's
you know
what I'm
what though?
concerned with.
Speaking of rushing with 4, Andrew Whitworth, he's hurt, out for the season.
Yeah,
So that's a
yeah, I
big
feel it.
that's going to help JPP and Shaq Barrett if they want to rush from the left side or their right side, the left tackle side. And
Right.
so the Rams are going to be weak at left tackle, so that should be exploited because if Andrew Whitworth was playing, no shot against him.
Okay.
Top left tackle.
Hold on, son.
So you're not
Yeah,
gonna
I'm gonna
get
cut
by
this short,
Andrew
man. The
Whitworth.
kids
You know
done
what I'm
got it.
saying? Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna cut this short. Machine done got it.
All right, man.
Y'all
Appreciate
take
it,
it
Buck.
easy.
Appreciate it,
Yeah.
Big Buck.
Yes, sir. Y'all take it easy.
No problem. So Mopar Buck says, shouts out to Mopar Buck with the super chat. He said, "How are we feeling about seeing what teams want to do in the first half before we try to clamp down in the second half? Because it seems that way. Well, you can't just keep doing the wait till the second half to turn up. Like that don't work like that against better teams. Like it worked against the Panthers, the Broncos, the Chargers, weak teams, Giants, weak top 10 picking teams. These teams are going to be picking in the top 10. So it works on teams like that. It didn't work against the Bears defense. And it definitely didn't work against the Saints. So trying to go that route, nah, fam, can't do that against the Rams, the Chiefs, the Vikings, and even the Falcons. And then once you get to the playoffs, you can't just wait till the second half and all of a sudden play good. Sometimes the game's just over. See what happened with the Saints game? The Saints didn't do nothing in the second half. They didn't have to. So it's all about game planning, man. It's all about coaching. Coaching. I appreciate the super chat. So we got our next participant in the locker room. Marlon's back, so let's see if we got his audio right.
Hello?
What's up, man?
Yeah, it's good now. I feel like this was you're right about the whole thing. Like, we should beat these teams. I mean, we're like blowing them out, but still, I don't know how to feel, man. Because Brady, I feel like you did really good, but there was a lot of throws. Well, not a lot. There was like 3 throws that he overthrew. I don't know if you saw or not.
Yeah, like they set up
But,
for like 3 field goals in the red zone. Like,
Yeah, that's
those
what
are,
I'm.
like, weird
That's the
throws.
crazy. But that's the crazy part, though. We dropped 46, and we didn't score. And like there was like 3 times we could have scored touchdowns, and we got field goals. So we could have
Yep.
this game. We could have put up like 70 points on them.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I saw them throws, them weird throws. I was like,
But yeah. But I got a lot to say, man, because I don't know if you. But I know you heard about this. Drew Brees is out for at least 2 to 3 weeks. So
yeah, I saw that.
yeah, I mean. Yeah, hopefully they got easy one. Well, the Falcons twice, and I think they got the
The
Broncos.
Broncos. Yeah, that's the easy
But
wins though. Like the Saints just a better team. They'll beat the
the
Falcons and
Broncos.
Broncos.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I saw that. It's interesting
But
because I
I
was
don't know,
out.
man. Did you hear about AB too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I knew somebody's gonna bring it up. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more as this live stream go. But yeah, the AB situation out the blue, and it's always something that happened
That's
before
what
he got
I'm
to the
saying.
team. Like they brought it up. It's like they was waiting on that. You know what I'm saying? Like they brought it up. Look at the timing of that. The timing of
Yeah,
it is
right.
like weird. Like for
But
real?
I hope it's not any because apparently it happened like October 15th, which was before they signed them. So
Right.
hopefully we should be in the clear because because he actually
See,
did really good. He did
you
what?
see, you see what I'm saying? AB, like this is him. This is that comes with it. He brings unnecessary attention. Like this was what the concern about 60 to 70% of the Bucks fan base wasn't too really high on the signing. It was like, I don't know, and it
Yeah,
was like they wasn't really like with the signing, so because they knew what come with the territory. You know what I'm saying? Like, and boom, say signed it, or then it came out and said they was aware of the situation, and you still signed him. So it's like
right. And the thing is,
unnecessary.
he actually did good on. Right, he actually did good on Sunday too. Like he had like six
Yeah,
receptions, like 69 yards, something like that. Like he
yeah,
did
he did
good.
good.
It seems like the like I don't know. I hope we keep him because that'll spread the offense. Or like you can't double team anybody because there's too many weapons. So I really hope we can keep him. Because I don't know, man.
It
It's gonna
just
be
hope that
these next
whatever
couple. Next
happened,
week is gonna be
like
right.
whatever happened with
Next
that the
week is gonna
camera
be a
stuff and
huge
throwing
challenge.
throwing things, the camera stuff and all that. Hopefully that don't
Right,
come
right,
back
right.
and be something bigger than what it really is. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? The fact that he did that shows you he still has emotional issues, and I think Brady's like the only guy that, like, I get it that AB was. He was with Arians and Leftwich and Harold Godwin and all those, Larry Foote and all them in Pittsburgh. But I think the only reason why he's here is because of Brady.
Right, that's how I feel too. Next week is going to be a big challenge. We got the Rams. The Rams, according like they got the second best, like the second defense in the league, man. And you know what happens when teams get pressure on us and they got good defense.
Yeah. Look,
So
man.
I
See,
mean, yeah,
it's pretty
I don't.
obvious where the Buck. It's pretty obvious where the Bucks struggle at. Aggressive front fours. Aggressive front fours. That's where they struggle. They cannot contain, like, because you got Leonard Floyd and you got Aaron Donald and the rest of those guys coming to coming. They gonna bring it, and that's where the Bucks line struggle. Because teams with good pass rushers know you rush four, you rotate eight throughout the game. 8 linemen, 8 D linemen. And you refresh all
Mhm.
game long, and you put the pressure on the tackles. And the
Right.
Bucks, the O line just can't hold up against really good pass rushers. They just can't.
Yeah, I mean, I hope we can win next week, but it's not going to be easy.
Yeah,
And
Rams
then Rams
defense. A
is
lot of
actually,
people,
yeah,
a lot of people
yeah,
ain't been
man.
really been paying attention to the Rams defense. The Rams defense
That
been playing
defense,
really, really good.
their defense been playing better than their offense, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
They
And
they stopped Seattle to 16 points.
yeah, Jalen Ramsey
Like
shut down DK Metcalf.
it's crazy. All right, well, I don't want to hold you up too long. I know you got other people waiting and stuff, man. Like
Okay, man. Appreciate the you dropping in and bringing up a couple things I'm gonna talk about in a second. So I appreciate it giving me a heads up on that.
yeah,
So I'll talk about it as people come in and out. So salute to you,
right.
Marlon.
All right, bro.
Yeah, so Marlon brought it up. So I was out at the bar and I seen in the Drew Brees injury. I actually saw it when it happened, and I didn't pay it no mind. Really, I thought he was gonna come back in the second half. And what's so crazy, and I saw this a little bit in the Bucks Facebook groups. Guess who trots out there in the second half? I thought he was a third string. According to 80%, or I'm saying, according to 90% of the Bucks fans, he was a third string quarterback. So why is a third string quarterback is the actual backup? So I need somebody to explain that to me. Because according to a lot of you guys and ladies, that he was a backup. Like, not even a backup. He was a third string, and Taysom Hill was the backup. So, I mean, I know football, but I want to hear what some of you guys got to say about that situation, because it's a former starter for us who's now starting for the Saints. But he was supposed to be a third string, according to 90% of the Bucks fans. So I'm just curious, why was the Bucks fans saying he was third string? Like, why? What was that? What is this really about with the Bucks fan base in Winston? Like, is it like personal or is it football related? Because it just seems like there's a lot of hate. Because I'm not I'm not a pro Winston fan. I'm just very curious. He comes in the game and all of a sudden, Bucks fans all over the place talking about that's not right. Like, focus on our team. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the deal? Like, you know what I'm saying? The dude is playing for the Saints, and obviously Taysom Hill's not the backup. So what's the problem? Taysom Hill was never the backup. I don't know what anybody with a football mind can tell you that Taysom Hill was not a backup. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be real. Like, I want the Saints to lose. Like, because I want the Bucs to win the division. I don't want the Saints to win with Winston or with Breeze. Period. Whoever the quarterback is, I don't want them to win with whoever the quarterback is. But I can't be so narrow-minded and so one-sided, because I can say, yeah, the Saints gonna go downhill and Winston gonna throw a lot of interceptions, but I also got to look at on the other side. It is the New Orleans Saints. It is a good team. You know, head coach, OC, quarterback coach, D-line, second. You know what I'm saying? They still a good team, because this happened last year when Teddy Bridgewater got hurt. I mean, when Drew Brees got hurt last year, and Teddy Bridgewater got thrown into the fire, and he didn't look good the first game, and all of a sudden, Sean Payton put a game plan around Teddy Bridgewater, and they won 5 games in a row. I'm not necessarily saying that's going to happen with Winston, but what if it happens? Then what? Because you can't say they're going to lose all their games. How do you know that? This is the New Orleans Saints. This is the New Orleans Saints. So what makes you think they're going to lose all their games when Winston in the game? If they lose, they lose. That's great for us. But you can't look at it from one point of view and say they're going to lose because he's in the game. What if they don't lose? How stupid you going to look? Because I respect the Saints because they smacked us twice. So I can't sit up here and say, oh, they're going to be trash now. The Saints are a good team. It's not about the quarterback. They are a good team. They did it with limited Teddy Bridgewater. So the Saints O-line is head coaches better. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like, so you can't look at it from one point of view. Oh, they're going to suck now. Well, what if they don't suck? What are you going to say then? You're going to find another reason to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to respect the Saints as an organization. Don't worry about the quarterback. Respect the organization, because they beat us twice. So you can't talk bad about the Saints. You can talk bad about our former starter, but you can't talk bad about the Saints because they waxed us twice. 34 points the first game, and then 34 the second, 35, whatever. So in 2 games, they beat us like 69-26 or something like that. Yeah, 69-26, 66-26. So how can we say a team sucks because we don't like one player on the team that's starting for them? What if they win? Then what? They got the Falcons twice, and they got the Broncos. Who say they can't win those games as a team? As Sean Payton as the head coach. So, folks, you gotta get out your emotions and stop worrying about one guy, because we're chasing the Saints. We're not chasing Winston. I don't understand that. We're chasing the Saints. We're not chasing Winston. The divisional rivals, man. Focus on the bigger picture. Get out of the personal vendetta. He's starting now. So what? He's starting. So what? Like, so what? Of course they're going to play Taysom Hill. He going to come in there for his gadget plays, but Winston going to get a lot of playing time. Even though he wasn't supposed to. This wasn't even the plan. But he's the backup. Taysom Hill is not the backup. It's Winston. So deal with it. Get over it. I know you mad and you don't like it, but get over it. And according to what some people saying in the chat room, Breeze is expected to miss so 5 or 6 weeks. So you're going to see a lot of Winston. And see, what I don't want the fan base to do is they just keep focusing on the quarterback for the Saints. Because if the Saints continue to win, you can discredit him all you want to, but guess what? He's the starting quarterback now. That's our divisional rival. They are up 2 games on us. The Saints got to literally just basically lose to the Falcons twice. What's the chance of that happening? Let's just be honest. What is the chances of the Saints losing to the Panthers and losing to the Falcons twice and then losing to the Panthers and falling back into tying with us in the division? Think about that, folks. Let's be honest. Do you think the Saints are better than the Falcons and the Broncos? I mean, what, the Falcons and the Panthers? If they beat us, you don't think they're better than the Panthers and the Falcons? Wake up, folks. Reality check time. I'm just giving y'all some real raw truth. I know it hurts some of y'all to hear this, but some of y'all need to hear this because some of y'all just so emotional and like mad. And somebody said, it's animosity towards Winston. So why is there animosity? We're chasing the Saints. We're chasing the Saints, not Winston, man. Because if the Saints went out, we're going to be the 5th seed or maybe the 6th seed, depending on if we finish strong. We're going to be the 5th seed. And we'll get the winner of the NFC East. And meanwhile, the Saints going to be, 12-4, 13-3? Maybe Winston might hold it down and go 4-2 or 3-1, you know what I'm saying? Like, or they can go 2-4, you know, like that'd be the best scenario if the Saints just go downhill, their team just fall apart, and they just go 2-4 or 1-3 while Winston at quarterback. The defense play bad. Winston throwing a lot of interceptions. Sean Payton, you know what I'm saying, can't get it right. Injuries, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't wish bad on nobody, like injury wise, but I'm just saying that can happen. But if you just so narrow minded and thinking that what you saying is going to happen, you going to be in for a rude awakening. Like, I can tell somebody saying they focus on interceptions, but you're not focused on the Saints. You focusing on one guy again. See, you're not listening to me. Sandoval 813 says, I hope Jameis doesn't stay with the Saints for the next 6-7 years. He's going to hunt us. Like, see that. So Sandoval 813. So my point I'm trying to make is people want what they think. They want whatever they thinking about Winston, they want it to happen. They don't care about the other side. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about what if he does good. All they care about is he's going to do bad, and regardless, it don't matter. But what if he does good? There's two sides to the story, folks. Because if he does good, that makes us look bad. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, I want them to do bad. I don't want the Saints to win. I want him out of the division. I want him to go somewhere like the AFC. You get what I'm saying? Or shoot, a whole nother division. Shoot. I don't want him in the NFC South because we got to deal, because the fan base got to deal with that crap. But yes, do you want him to turn the ball over? Yes. But what about the other side? You're so focused on him doing bad, but what if he does good? What about that? Nobody's never talked about that. It's a narrative. Two sides to all stories, folks. It's always two sides. It's the truth and lies. Facts and opinions. Two sides to every story. Appreciate the super chat. Sandoval 813. So we got another person coming in. It goes by the name of Cody. What's up? I think he's here first.
What up, bro?
What's going on? I remember you, man. What's going on, man?
Already. I want to say a couple things first, though.
Go ahead.
Isaiah for GM. I post that every time I come in the room.
Uh-huh.
You know why? Every time you call something, I be like, that's on point. Every time.
I watch the games, man. I watch them really close, man.
I was gonna ask you, how do you watch your film?
So so when the game is over with, certain sites, they will post a full game. So I got like, links and all this stuff. So I will go to certain sites and see how fast they put them back up for the replay. So I go back through the replays. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's like I don't do the all 22. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, so people do like the all 22. Because it's like they got a lot of interaction with it. I go back and watch it again, like the full game, and I just like take the bar and scroll back. It's old school, but you know what I'm saying? I just kind of get more out of that.
It's working.
It's working for me, so I'm able to like break down certain plays and formations, and not only just our players, but I can also focus on other teams' players, because I can talk about pretty much every team across the board, the other 31 teams. I can talk about their players like pretty good. I'm not a fan of them, but I can get engaged with a fan base and be like, oh yeah, you got Tyler Lockett, Justin Jefferson. I can really get in, Miles Sanders and Jalen Hurts. I can really talk about these teams because I watch a lot of tape. I watch a lot of games. And so I go back and watch highlights, the game, like maybe the second half or maybe 10 minutes of a game. I want to see like our future opponents, like the Vikings. I've been watching them since week 2.
I'm watching them right now.
Right. So I've been watching them since week 2. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching the Rams, so I don't just watch our games. You can say, but I watch our opponents on the schedule so I can stay ahead of the game. So when it's time to talk about them, I can be like, boom, boom,
credit, bro.
Boom, boom. So I put the work in, you know what I'm saying? Like, and some people, it goes underappreciated because some people just think I just be up here rambling and stuff, but I don't.
Nah, you can tell the difference.
Yeah,
And
because it's like
I don't listen to all the Bucks.
yeah,
There's
that's
several
the
Bucks
narrative.
channels, and
Yeah, because a lot of it is even like in the fan base, like in the comments and the posts they make in the Facebook groups, a lot of it is emotionally driven. It's not football talk. It's like emotional. You know, like because if you look at it, if you remove the biasness, just talk about raw football, like raw football, and just be honest. A lot of people just don't do that.
they be in their feelings.
It be in their feelings, man. That's why it's hard for them to. That's why a lot of them can't really deal with me, because it's like you just be talking, you be trying to act like you better than everybody. No, I don't.
Nah,
I
you're a
talk
real football fan.
I'm a football fan. I'm a Buck fan and a football fan too. So I know if a guy ain't playing good, he ain't playing good. It's my
Exactly.
opinion, but sometimes it's facts.
Facts.
So but what you think about the game against the Panthers? What you think how we look?
I expect us to beat the Panthers. Like that. I'm waiting on. They say the Chiefs, but the Saints game was the most important, and then that Chiefs game because that's our measuring stick.
Yeah, that's how you measure with the better teams. You don't measure with the Panthers and the Giants and the Broncos and the Chargers. You don't measure with them.
Not at all.
No, because we know we better than them.
I would say watching the game from my perspective, I would switch 76 and Tristan. Switch them. Because if you notice 76, he hitting people when they run the ball. He hitting people. He athletic. He can get out there.
He's a guard. I think he's a guard. I think he'd be a hell of a guard.
True.
Because
Either way, he don't need to be our left tackle.
I already know in my head. I'm gonna be like as soon as the last game over with, I'm gonna be one of the first. No
Get
more
him
guarantee
out.
money. No more guarantee. Yeah, he has no more guarantee money. So
Oh
we
yeah.
don't have to. There's no cap hit if we don't resign.
Why we didn't trade or something? We can give up somebody.
Well, I remember Jason Light said the reason why he got the contract 3 years, $41.5 million is because he's durable.
Trash. Durable trash.
Really durable? So we getting we giving big contracts out to a durable left tackle, who's like, you got 32 left tackles. I got number 76 between 19 and 26.
You had me down when you put the defensive end from the Saints.
Trey Hendricks.
No, I'm actually talking
Cam
about
Jordan?
Yeah, because when he signed the contract, he put food. Boy, I died.
He went line though. He went line. You see the game. You see both of the games. Food, eat.
I don't know what we gonna do with 76.
I think that's gonna come back to bite us against like guys like and we lucky we don't have to play Danielle Hunter, the Vikings D line. If they was like fully healthy, we got to pass with no Von Miller and Bradley Chubb not fully 100%. We got away with the Chargers D line being hurt with no Melvin Ingram and Joey Bosa was nicked up. So we got away with some. But you see what the Bears D line did? Just ate us up. You see what the Saints D line did? Ate us up. Now we got to face Leonard Floyd and Aaron Donald and Michael Brockers. You think they gonna come with the rinky-dink stuff against our O-line? They gonna rush 4 and they gonna drop 7.
They coming with it.
Yes,
They're not gonna be on no highlight plays with Tom Brady. Nah.
They Russell Wilson, a mobile quarterback, they just completely just shut him down. So now you got Statue back here, and you got Aaron Donald, which requires a triple team
with only 76 to protect us.
So what Leonard Floyd. And I'll talk about it in my preview video, but Leonard Floyd and number 76 will be a really interesting matchup.
True that.
So pay attention to that matchup when it comes to Monday night, because Leonard Floyd had a hell of a game against the Seahawks yesterday, and he was all in the backfield, pressure, sacks, causing turnovers, and 76 doesn't play well against rangy, athletic pass rushers. He just doesn't like bulky guys, yeah, but athletic guys that can move their hands and move their feet, he just don't have the footwork for it.
Can we chip?
Yeah, but they don't chip enough. I don't know why they don't give that man help. They give Tristan more help than number 76.
Screen game, something to protect him.
But see, Bruce Arians' offense, one of the things I know about Bruce Arians' offense, and what he still is stuck on is he doesn't give Brady the running back routes to the flat a lot. I mean, he gives Brady a lot of check downs because he wants to push the ball forward, not laterally, horizontal. He don't like the horizontal game. Brady is very big on the horizontal game. Yak, horizontal. You know what I'm saying?
I sat and watched Jared Goff cut by, Dinky, how you do it? Yeah. Killing him. Why we can't just do that? Like,
Arians stubborn.
Something that's working. His ego, man.
Yeah.
If
see the conflicts.
If he just let his ego go Super Bowl or bust. With Bruce Arians
That
in
might hold us back.
76,
That might hold us back. The coaching, like again in the big games, that might, because we've seen it against Peyton. He has not even close to Peyton. He's not even close.
true.
If we play the Saints the third time in the playoffs, I'm gonna be real with the Bucs fans. I'm like,
we got to get up quick. If we get up quick, we'll be able to at least hang with them.
right? Because two games is enough for me to know, and how we lost both of those games. That's enough for me to say, okay, I know where we at.
We can't do that a third time. We did the same thing in the second game that we did in the first game.
Right. The Saints just
Hero
shut us down.
ball.
Yeah. Like it was like it was a weird game from coaching all the way down to special teams, and if we play the Saints the third time, my confidence level is not high based on the first two games.
I mean, I can't argue with that.
I mean, it's hard to you really can't argue it because it's like, what did we do that's going to actually give us any, like, yeah, we going to beat them next time?
Something we can hang our hat on.
Nothing to hang your hat on. They just waxed us the second time on national TV. Took our hearts.
That's what made it worse. Twice on national TV. Because that
Twice.
first game, we waiting. Everybody watching it. Waxed us. National TV Sunday night. I'm in here yelling "Big Bad Bucks." Warren Sapp, my favorite player, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm yelling "Big Bad Bucks." Not even 10 minutes later, I'm like, this is ugly.
All right. That was all about coaching. That game was not about the players, man. Even though they out there on the field, but it came down to who had the better game plan. Well,
True that.
it's not even close. Arians is a good coach, but he's not on Peyton tier. And that's the problem I have with the Saints and the Bucks. It's not about the players. It's the coach. That's the problem I have with the matchup with the Saints. It's not it's not fair. Like
Being
Peyton
in the right position.
Right. Peyton's just a much better coach than Arians. It's not. I'm not making Arians like he's a really bad coach. It's just he doesn't match up well against Peyton's skill, like his chess moves. Like Peyton just know how to game plan against Bruce Arians. He's 0-4. You haven't beat Peyton yet.
I didn't know that.
First it was with Winston last year, twice.
Wow.
And then this year with Brady, and you still can't beat him.
Well,
Coaching.
bro, I appreciate you letting me on. I want to say a couple more things before I go real quick. No excuses. Super Bowl or bust. No risk it, no biscuit light. Let Tom cook.
Yeah, see, you got it. See, it's not hard, folks. I know it stings a little bit, like soccer and football field, right? The field different, and it stings a little bit, but it's okay. Just embrace it because we got too much talent to be just putting along. And well, at least we got to the playoffs. That's not good enough. It's a short
Brother,
window.
you okay? Because I didn't see you on the game. I was waiting for the reaction.
So I took the I just did something different this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't nothing, I was having a lot of fun, but it wasn't nothing like something was wrong with me, anything like that. I actually was having a good time. I just wanted to just
Already.
But I still was trust me, I still watched the game.
Bro, because I'm waiting on the video. I'm like, man, he's coming over at any second.
Everybody was asking me, like, where you at, man? I'm like, I'm just chilling this weekend, and then it was the Panthers too, so I really, I didn't really need to, I was like, I can take this one off. So I took my bye week early.
Already.
I took my bye week.
Salute you, brother.
Salute to you, Cody, man. Appreciate it.
Take care.
You too. Yeah, folks. What y'all gotta understand is the link is in the chat room. But what y'all gotta understand is we're measured, when it comes to the big games, and primetime games is a big deal, folks. And we have not done a good job. And there's an article. Arians had actually switched up the schedule, the practice schedule for primetime, so they're gonna do something different leading up to the game. So. Yeah, so I got the link in the chat room. So if anybody else want to come on, I'll stay around for a few minutes, and I'm just gonna start talking about. I kind of touch up on the game a little bit more, and about what we're trying to do as the season move along, and I think now people keep saying they keep waiting for the offense to look, to get that full cylinder, full gear. Folks. It's week 11. You can't keep waiting for the offense to get really good. It's kind of like wherever we at now is pretty much is where we at. Because there's only so much you can implement or add anything new as the season goes. Because Bruce Arians scheme is not flexible like Josh McDaniels. See, Josh McDaniels can come in with a game plan every week. 1 minute he can run the ball 40 times a game. Like if you watch the Ravens and Patriots game, they ran the ball and won that game. They threw the ball like 18 times. So the Bucs are not set up like that because it'll really hinder the offense if they just run the ball the whole entire time because we got all these weapons in the passing game. So the game plan that the Bucs have is pretty much what it is. You can probably add maybe a small little bit of wrinkles, but I see you in there, Brian. I'll get to you in a second. You can't add too much to the offense, folks. And people say, oh, well, we haven't been healthy yet, and we haven't seen the full Buc offense. Folks, it's week 11. When are we going to see the full offense? You can't keep using we had no preseason, and it was COVID-19, and no preseason. It's week 11, folks. Offense still. So, anyway, we got a Brian MD2 coming in, so give a warm welcome to Brian. I believe he's a new guy coming on to the locker room. What's up, man?
Hey, man, this is first time chatting in. I appreciate you bringing me in. I just kind of see what are your thoughts on this upcoming game on Monday night?
It's not as big as the Saints game that we got beat on, but it's a game that it's a good measuring stick. It's not like the Panthers game. This is actually a playoff team, a playoff caliber team, something that we can kind of hang our hat on for real. Like if we beat the Rams, it's a credible win. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, they beat a really good Rams team, had a really good defense, a really good young coach, Sean McVay. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a team that if the Bucs beat 46-23, well, good God Almighty, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm talking about. I want to see the Bucs do that against those type of teams, not the Broncos and the Chargers and the Giants and the Panthers. No. That's not how we do that. You know, that's easy dubs. And I hate to say it like that, but their teams we're just more talented. But now the Rams have a lot of talent on defense. They have a good secondary with a lockdown cornerback. You know, so the Rams defense is top 5. You know, so it's a really good team. So I'm looking forward to seeing that game. It's a primetime game, Monday night. And you know how we do in primetime.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't look good. So, but I'll get more in detail about it. I'm doing a preview video probably like Wednesday or Thursday, most likely Thursday. And I'll get like more in detail on like the matchups and who got the advantage, you know, from coaching all the way down to, you know, special teams. So, but I just kind of gave you a little insight on the primetime game Monday night, 8:15. I'm going to be live streaming and everything ready. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a fun one too because it's a primetime. And, you know, my last time I did primetime, the Saints, I got clowned. You know, some of the Saints fans came in and gave me the business. And that was cool, you know, because I was talking a lot of crap. And but I'm able to take it too. So, but I don't want to get embarrassed again on primetime again, you know. Like, here we go again. Buck was like on prime time, hyping his team up, and we get slacked. Take to the woodshed, you know. I gotta take that. I gotta take that heat, you know. So, yeah. That's my thoughts on the game for right now.
Thanks.
No problem, Brian. Appreciate it, man. Salute to you. That was the first time caller right there. I'm surprised they didn't put the Chiefs game prime time. That's what that game should have been prime time, not the Rams. So yeah, I got the links. I got the link in the description box. So if you want to come on in, like I said, I'll be up here for another. We got about another 12 minutes. So yeah. The Rams are a tough team, man. They're not a bad team at all, folks. That's a playoff team. That NFC West. That is a crazy division because the Rams, the Cardinals, and the Seahawks are 6-3. So 2 of them are going to the playoffs. Not all 3. I don't think all 3 are going to the playoffs. But 2 of them at least. And then 49ers are 4-6. So if they didn't have injuries, I think the 49ers would be 6-3 as well. The NFC West is the opposite of the NFC East. So anybody else want to come on, man? I mean, like I said, I'll give it a couple more minutes and see we got anybody else that want to come in and talk about the Panthers' victory and anything they want to kind of like bring to my attention. And the AB situation, you know, of course, we got 2 things. Well, there's a couple things, but, you know, the AB situation, you know, of course, now you got Winston starting with the Saints. So those are 2 hot topics in the Bucs community right now. The AB situation just came out of nowhere, man. Like, I didn't even see that coming. And then the fact that they were aware that he did those things before they signed him, which kind of like, I guess is not a big deal. I don't know how that situation is going to turn out. I just hope it don't turn out really bad. Or, you know, it comes of, I don't want, it's not about what I want, but I just hope that AB don't become a distraction off the field. Because now some people was actually cool with the signing, despite the fact that he's been charged with some, you know, with the girl, sexual assault, whatever the case may be. Like, people say some of the Bucs fans are cool with that. But I was like, well, keep the same energy. But it's okay because he's a receiver. That doesn't make any sense. So I guess as long as he's not the quarterback, it's okay. That's not how it works, man. Character. I'm big on character. Big on character. And AB is a great player, but his character is highly questionable. I mean, I wasn't 100% off of the signing. I mean, I was like 50-50. I was like lukewarm. I was lukewarm with the signing. I was lukewarm with it. I wasn't 100% for it, and I wasn't 100% against it. I was like right in the middle. Like, we'll see how it works out. Because I'm big on character. And AB's character is, it just rubs me the wrong way. Great player on the field, but off that field, in the locker room, when he's not around people, that's the problem I have with him. So, and the reason why it's 50-50 because he's a great player on the field, but some things are just not acceptable because he's a receiver and he's really good. The sexual assault and possible rape is not a big deal. The same energy applied to every player. It could have been Ross Cockwell, AJ Shipley. You know what I'm saying? If they had issues off the field and stuff going on, that's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Yeah, I know they didn't press charges, but it's not the fact that whether they press charges or not. It's the fact that it's a topic. You see, it's not about getting charged with something. It's the problem. It's a topic. It's because BA got to ask, well, Arians got to answer questions about it for the whole week. So on this AB situation, like as soon as it came up, what did Arians do? Yeah, we knew about it and this and that. Jason like, well, we knew about. That's a distraction. We ain't got time to be Arians ain't got time to be answering questions about what happened in October. We trying to win a damn Super Bowl. I know he broke a camera and he did what he had to do, but we was aware of that. Like, we ain't got time for that. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about we winning the game. What up, Hip Hop Fresh? Yeah, so, unnecessary. Yeah, exactly. Unnecessary. Like, come on, man. Like, here we are talking about AB messing up cameras and throwing bikes and stuff, man. Come on, man. Grow up. 32 years old. Come on, man. Good player on the field, but a lot of people in the league are looking at the Bucs like, y'all messing with a ticking time bomb. So AB happy right now because he getting catches. So he, in a way, he's kind of forced himself into the offense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they kind of made it their business to get AB the ball. They had to. You got to feed him because if you don't feed him, he's going to complain. And that's scary. But yeah. And then, so like I said, the two hottest topics right now, and it's crazy because both of them are trending. AB and the stuff that happened last month, and then, of course, our former quarterback Winston. Those are national trending topics. Think about that, folks. Because when I look at AB, I don't look at him as a Buccaneer. He's a stop-through. Like Deshaun Jackson. He stop-through. He wasn't homegrown or built from the Bucs. He was never a Buck. Deshaun Jackson is an Eagle. AB is a Steeler. So, as far as embracing him as a Buck, temporary. I won't wear AB out. You will never see me wear an AB jersey. He's not a Buck. He's here temporary to help us win a Super Bowl. That's how I look at it. He's a loner. You gotta be here at least like 3 or 4 years to be considered a Buck. You just can't come for 1 year or 2 years and I'm a Buck now. No, because you're gonna be remembered for what you played for first. Remember Emmitt Smith? When you think about Emmitt Smith, what do you think about Emmitt Smith? A Cardinal or a Cowboy? Jerry Rice, a Raider, Seahawk, or a 49er? Just saying, folks, you got to look at the bigger picture here. Michael Jordan, the Bulls or the Wizards? What is he remembered as? So when I look at AB, Steeler, not a Buck. You a Steeler, you're not a Buck. So you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be here some years to be considered a Buck. Can't be doing no stop throughs thinking that we gonna indict and we're going like, oh yeah, he's a Buccaneer now. You gotta give us some years, man. Like you just can't come here for 1 year and bounce. So yeah, I'm gonna post the link one more time. I'll give it like 2-3 more minutes, see if anybody gonna chime in. Who winning the Vikings game right now? Who's winning the Vikings-Bears game? Yeah, who's winning that game right now? Right, he is. Emmitt Smith is a Gator. See, I don't have no ties to similar players, so I don't want y'all to think that I'm being biased. I'm just being football talk. Oh, 7-6. Okay. So it's a low scoring game. But Bears defense, man. If the Bears had an offense, man, they'll be dangerous. Matt Nagy coaching for his job. If the Vikings win this game, they'll be 4-5. That's three out of the last 4 that they won. And we got to play the Vikings in a couple weeks. That's going to be an interesting game. The Vikings are playing really good now. The Bears are so much a mess offensively. Yeah, they need the quarterback. Yeah, Peyton Manning. Yeah, Peyton Manning will always be remembered as a Colt. I don't give a damn what he did with the Broncos. Yeah, he won a Super Bowl with the Broncos. That's cool. But he will always be a Colt. Deion Sanders. Falcon. Cowboy. He was with the 49ers. I mean, this is not just football, but we can talk about any sport that had players jump teams later in their career on the back end. Shaq. Come on now. LeBron. He will always be a Cleveland Cavalier regardless of how many teams he jump on. Yeah, Tim Brown was here. Yeah, Tim Brown was in Tampa. Who cared about that? Tim Brown's a Raider. Tim Brown's another one. Tim Brown was in Tampa. A lot of people don't know that. Who cared? Who cared? You know what I'm saying? You got to give us some years to be considered a Buck. Yep, Joe Montana. Chiefs and the 49ers. He will always be a 49er. I don't give a dang what he did with the Chiefs. You're not a Chief. You're a 49er. Warren Sapp will always be a Bucks. He went to the Raiders. So what? John Lynch went from the Bucks to the Bears. I remember him as a Buck. So there's so many examples, folks. So many examples like Gary Payton, Karl Malone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, been in the league 15, 20 years, and all of a sudden you go to another team. Now you all of a sudden that no. Brady too. Brady will always be a Patriot. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, we got Mike Lee coming on in. Joey Galloway. Yep. Vincent Jackson. What's going on, Mr. Lee?
Hey, man, what's going on?
Man, look, man, what it did to do, man. I'm here, man, you know, doing a little locker room talk, you know, trying to get everybody, you know, conversation about, you know, about the victory and, you know, anything that, you know, want to throw out.
Yeah, what's good, man? I think we need to get that win. Nice little rebound, and hopefully we could set up to the Rams this coming week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, so the victory against the Panthers, you really can't tie it into the Rams game because the Rams got a much better defense, a much better coach, you know what I'm saying, a much better overall roster. So you can't say, well, because we beat the Panthers, we're going to scroll through the Rams. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? The Rams are way better than the Panthers.
Yeah, they are. They're the far better team. Mm-hmm. But I think if we play to the potential.
See, that's the thing about we're in week 11. Win. We are at week 11. We keep saying potential and we keep saying win. It's week 11. The season almost over with, man. Like, win. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah. When is we going to play to the potential? Can't wait till week 15 and be like, oh, yeah, that's how we look.
Well, the potential is the Green Bay game and the Raiders game. That's the potential.
Gotta
So
be
they could
consistent.
consistently. Well, and also something about primetime games that were not good. So I don't understand that.
Well,
But
he did change the schedule for this week. Like the practice
yeah,
schedule, he did change it up to see if that's gonna help. I don't know. Something
yeah,
better than
I
nothing,
saw
right?
that.
Something,
Yeah, I saw
try
that. I
something.
mean, yeah, it has to be something. I'm try something. If you want to go to Super Bowl, we got to play in prime time.
Playoffs too. Playoffs in prime time too.
Playoffs too. Yeah, you're right.
And the way everything's set up right now, we will have the NFC East champion in the first round because
Right.
we will be a wild card. The Saints will
That's
be number 1 or number 2. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
to get to them again, we'll have to get past the NFC least, and which that shouldn't be, shouldn't be
There
a
shouldn't be a
problem.
problem.
But it's the second round. It can be the Cardinals. It can be the Rams. It can be maybe the Vikings might catch on fire. The Seahawks might get back on track. Or Packers gonna be there. We already know that. Then you got the like I said, the Cardinals. Yeah, the Cardinals. Then you got the Saints. So it's like, you get to the playoffs, man. It's game time. There's no, well, let's wait till the second half to start playing good. Nah, because by that
Right.
time, we're at week 17, 18, 19, in the playoffs. If you ain't prepared before you get to the playoffs, you are who you are going in. Because you can't make changes like that.
I agree.
That's
But
what I'm
at least
saying.
we're a second. At least we're a second half team.
See, that ain't gonna, that's gonna get you, that's gonna get you, 11, 12, wins,
Well, last year we were the first half team.
Yeah,
And years before that.
and if you look at the last couple games and you look at the Saints game, there were some moments about the defense. And I know some people have brought up the defense is starting to look a little like it started out hot, and the defense has tailed off. In a lot of quarters, it's not like they tailed off really bad against the Saints. You know what I'm saying? And the Giants gave us problems, on defensive. Oh, well, our offense had problems against Giants defense, and so our defense had problems with the Giants offense with James Jones and all that stuff. So there are things about our defense that is starting to kind of like it's getting really, really inconsistent. Specifically, the secondary, and we've had problems with the secondary for years and years. It's all I know, and I get it. The turnovers and I get it, but you can't overlook the secondary was bad. You know what I'm saying? Like it just was bad. Like
We start seeing that in the Giants game. Yes, I agree.
yeah,
And I think the Panthers game they played a little bit more aggressive, and they didn't
had
do
to.
that in the Saints game.
No, they
They
didn't.
kind of set back and was playing a
Zoning.
whole lot of zone.
Yeah, zoning.
I think if they had played a lot of press man, make Breeze throw in a tight tight areas, be more accurate, we'd have probably had a better chance. I mean, on defense. So the offense will have to move the ball as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if we played somewhat better than we did the last game against the Rams, we might get win. It's a toss up.
Now keep in mind, let's keep this in perspective. I get more in detail about this Ram matchup. McVay play calling the same secondary minus Winfield. Same secondary minus Winfield. 45 points, over 500 yards passing. 55, 45. Winston had to put up 55 to win that game.
Well, listen, we shut down the run as well. So a lot of that could be skewed. And they were a lot younger than they were
That's what I'm saying.
now.
Like,
So I mean, it could be totally different.
but the defense is a lot different from last year.
Right.
Like the points per game, the yards. You know what I'm saying? Like the rushing defense was already top notch. The
Right.
passing defense has made the jump. The pass defense, the scoring defense has made the third down defense. The percentage of conversions that is the biggest jump I've seen on the team.
Mhm.
Like from special teams too. Like the field goal kicking, the extra points, right?
Right.
Those two areas that were hindering the Bucs for years, outside of the turnovers. Like we already know about that. You know what I'm saying? People like to focus on that piece, but Buckles like I always talk about the big picture too. I don't leave out anything. I turn over every rock. You know what I'm saying? And with the turnovers, the secondary, when the turnovers gone, Brady has cut the turnovers way down. That was obvious, right? That we already knew that was going to happen. That was a given. So you really couldn't come at, oh yeah, that turnovers. No, duh. You know what I'm saying? Like the highest Brady ever had is 14 interceptions, and that was like early 2000s. Duh, the turnovers going to be down. He's a 20-year vet. Like you telling me something that is irrelevant to me. Like I'm more worried about what I was going into the season concerned about, the secondary and the kicking game. You know what I'm saying? So the secondary made the jump. You know, the pass defense, you know, giving up so many yards in the previous years. Now this year, they in the middle of the pack. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then the kicking has dramatically improved. You know what I'm saying? So there won't be no 13 missed kicks and cost us 2 or 3 games. You know what I'm saying? Like so those areas that will at my highest list, the highest part of the team, like it's hard to win games when the secondary just can't hold up. We had the rush defense last year. We had the sacks, but when it's time, the teams was just chucking the ball around. Now this year is different because the young secondary made the jump, and it's usually when you get continuity, and you get in a system. Because remember now we had Lovie Smith,
right,
Mike Smith, and Tom Bolt. So you got 3 different defensive systems. It's like, you know what I'm saying. So now this is the second year in Tom Bolt's defense. It's aggressive, kind of fits the more of what our cornerbacks like to do, which. I don't know why Todd Bowles be playing that zone crap. Like, just man up. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop it with the zone, man. Like,
I agree. He did that crap with the Giants game, that last drive. He played zone. I knew they was gonna score that touchdown. I knew it.
You felt it, right?
I said, yeah, I felt it. I'm like, you playing zone. Just play man. Make that man throw into a tight space. It's Daniel Jones. He gonna give it to you. And just like Drew Brees is more accurate, yes, but his arm ain't the same.
No.
And just like they did with Teddy Bridgewater, they played aggressive, and so we need to start keep doing that. And I think we're a good matchup for the Rams because we were going to stop the run.
I'm gonna say this about the Rams passing game because it's not a deep throwing team. It's a scheme you open type of offensive system. It's like the Kyle Shanahan, because it's based on Kyle Shanahan's move the pocket, bootlegs, misdirection, all that stuff, zigzag. And the Bucs have a lot of problems with those type of offenses. Saints, Rams, they have a lot of problems with those type of schemes because it's a lot of fast, quick, twitchy receivers. Now we got long cornerbacks that they're striders. You know what I'm saying? We don't have those short area quickness guys, in the secondary. But playing man against the Rams, it's almost like, because we saw it last year. And it was like, eesh, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how Bowles is going to approach this game because he saw McVay last year, and against the Citizens. But it's the second year with the secondary, like they know where to go at. And they still have communication issues this year. The Chargers game, you know what I'm saying? The Saints game, both of those games. Even the Bears game when, Nick Foles drove down in the second half, miscommunication. Murphy Bunting, inconsistent. Like, what's going on with Murphy Bunting and Jamel Dean? Like, what's going on with them two? Antoine Winfield, they're not playing him to the line of scrimmage anymore. Why? Because they're concerned about the coverage. Because remember, at the beginning of the year, Antoine Winfield was more close to the line of scrimmage, making plays, sacks, all that. Have you seen Antoine Winfield near the line?
No, I mean he normally plays that robber position.
Right, but not now because they're concerned about the coverage because he has good football instincts back there. He's a magnet for the football, and he kind of he's playing more coverage than at the line this year. I mean, the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Right.
That's something that I noticed. I was like, Antoine Winfield's in the coverage a lot. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they looking at Jordan Whitehead like. That's why they drafted Antoine Winfield. They drafted Antoine Winfield because you've seen it. He came in and beat Mike Edwards out quickly.
Right. But I think he's a better tackler. Better. He makes better decisions than Edwards.
Right.
Edwards is more of a ball hawk. So on passing downs, he's in there. I've noticed more and more. But I think our secondary will hold up a lot better than last year.
It should.
And I think we'll control the run, and hopefully we get an early turnover and just kind of pressure Jeff Goff into throwing interceptions or whatever. We run the ball steady. Run it at Donald. Run it at him. Yes. Listen to me. Run it at him.
He's a disruptor. He's very disruptive.
In the pass game.
And the run game too. he's great at both. He's graded very well on both of them.
Yes, but if you double down
Because
on
he's so
him,
quick. He's so, you know what I'm saying?
but if you bearing down on him,
if you constantly double him, they got Michael Brockers too. He's a pretty good D tackle too. See, they got a good line. See, remember the Bucs O line struggle against lines like this. They just do. Like Bears, Saints O line, similar to the Rams O line, aggressive, 2 bookend pass rushers, good defensive tackles. That's a recipe for disaster for the Bucs O line. They just don't handle it. They don't hold up well. I just seen it too much. I've seen enough. You know, and the O line is not bad. It just when it comes to better pass rushing teams, better, defensive line teams, they just don't hold up well. I've seen it 3 games. Twice against the Saints and the Bears.
Well, the Bears, they held their own the first half. Second half, I don't know what happened. I mean, it looked like we were on to another victory in the Bears game. Slowly but surely, but then it fell apart. But the Saints, I don't know. I can't explain that.
They're just a better team.
Yes.
I've come to the
Unfortunately,
conclusion. I've accepted that.
I haven't, but
Look, the last 4 games, dog. You do the math.
Yeah, I think a lot of play calling, man. I think they just got
That's my point.
Leftwich is just made.
See, that's the difference. Coaching. Sean Payton's and that's the difference. Like the players wise, I'm fine with that. We can match up real well. The difference is between the Saints and the Bucs, it's coaching. It's not close. It's just not close right now. I've accepted that. My eye test tell me that.
Yeah, I know, but it just
I know.
I just know if we could play physical like we know we can, we could do. I think if we do finesse, we could do physical, we do all that. But it's up to the play calling to show that.
And who calls the plays? Coaching.
I know that.
So you're going to wrap back to one point I'm making, like, because you're saying all the right things, and at the end, like the play calling, well, that comes from the coaching.
You're talking about. I'm speaking more to personnel. I'm talking about
personnel.
players.
We fine. We good with the personnel.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
That's what I'm speaking to.
We match up, but the personnel they get it from the coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like the personnel is out there on the field, but who's calling the plays for the personnel to be put in the right position to make the plays? So we can have you can have a great team, you can have great players, but if you ain't got the right coaching.
I'm not going to dispute that because Sean Payton be play calling. He be dialing it up. So I mean, I'm not going to deny that, man. But I'm just my Buck bias want to say.
See, I don't do that. I mean, I love my team, but I'm so raw with it. I'm so raw with it. I'm so real with my point of view about my team. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm never a one-sided guy. So it's hard to really try to get me to say all good about the Bucks. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. It's never happened on this channel. And some people get bothered by it, because I speak the truth about our team. Our team's not perfect, not even close. Coaching, Andy Reid, Sean Payton, Sean McDermott.
Yeah.
Like, I'm picking those coaches over Arians.
Oh, any day of the week.
Right, and it's no shot at like he's like trash. It's just being a realist, because it's okay to be biased, but sometimes being biased will just like blind you to the truth, because you want your team to be, all levels, offense, defense, special teams, coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like you want your team to be crispy across all levels, and that ain't the case on any team. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to.
Right.
The closest team that you have is the Chiefs. That's the closest you can get to, like, okay, across the board. You know what I'm saying? But we're like right below the first tier. Like you got your first tier teams, and then we're like right there. Like we got to make that jump. If we get the Rams and the Chiefs,
we up there.
We right there. Because the Steelers, forgot about the Steelers. Mike Tomlin, not even close with Aaron. Like they chose Mike Tomlin over Arians. Yes, Arians bitter about that. Arians was the OC with the
Super Bowl winning team.
Bill Cowher. With Bill Cowher,
Yeah.
he was the OC. And then when Bill Cowher stepped down, Steelers went to the Vikings and grabbed Mike Tomlin. They skipped Bruce Arians. See, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of Bucs fans don't know that. Arians bitter. He's very bitter against the Steelers organization because they overlooked him for the head coaching opportunity. So they chose Mike Tomlin. Well, how'd that turn out? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been there for a while.
Well, that's subjective because when he came in, the team was straight because all he had to do was they just changed the coach. The
That's what I'm saying.
coordinators were
Like,
there.
Kyle was
Aaron
burnt
was
out.
there.
He was
Right.
burnt out.
Aaron was there. Dick LeBeau was still there. The staff
Yeah.
was still there. And
Yes, all Mike Tomlin had to
just
do.
came in.
See, like a lot of people don't understand is like everybody can't be a head coach. So for them to for that organization, because they only had prior to Tomlin, they only had 2 head coaches, Chuck Noll
Right.
and Bill Cowher. So that's a very good organization. See, the Bucks ain't like the Steelers. It's not even close. You know what I'm saying? We've had too many head coaches to be even. You know, we got the worst record in the franchise, NFL. So we coaching wise, selection of GMs, we're not even close. So when they picked Tomlin, you had to like think about it like, oh, they actually picked him. They must see something. You know what I'm saying? And then Tomlin was the one. Well, he didn't get rid of Arians, but he was told by Steeler Big Brass. They told Arians to change the offense because Big Ben was getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? Too many shots, and Steelers Big Brass. I've spoken to some Steeler fans like they know. They told Arians to change the offense. No risk and no biscuit. Arians was like, no, ego. And it was like, Tomlin let him go. It was like, you're fired. And they brought in Todd Haley. And Big Ben actually got better. Numbers show it, but a lot of people don't do the necessary research behind these coaches that we get with Shiano and Lovie Smith and Dort Cutter. They just, no, you got to do your research because that's how I know when Arians talk, I be like, yeah, whatever. Because he likes to talk. That's him.
Honestly, we going back in time, kind of sidebar, but I wanted Mike Zimmer.
We could have got him.
Lovie Smith.
We could have got him.
I think we should have had Mike Zimmer.
We could have got him.
You know, if we could just have defense, then we'll work on the offense eventually, but get the defense right. And we could go far.
But we chose Shiano and Lovie Smith and Dort Cutter and we just make bad decisions when it comes to coaching, don't we?
Yeah, man.
Jesus. But anyway. But anything else you want to say, man? Mr. Lee?
No, just appreciate you, man. I love the channel, man. I tune in. Love your unbiased opinion.
Yeah, I got to keep it like that. I think that keeps people more engaged because it's more to talk about. Because if I just straight up just like the Bucks can't do no wrong, it gets kind of dried out. You know what I'm saying? Like it just kind of like there's really no talking points.
Right. Well, I just appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me on, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Man, it's gonna go only up from this point on.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. I look forward to the team. You know, like I said, I got us going 11-5. So, also it was Ken Winston hunt. Okay, so Ty Haley, it was somewhere around. Okay, Ken Winston.
Aaron's was he was there as well with Tomlin because he won that Super Bowl against the Cardinals.
Yeah, and then he went to the Chargers as a coach.
Yeah, Winston Hunt did.
Yeah.
And then Arians, I think, left and went to the Colts, I believe.
Yeah, he went to the coach under Chuck Pagano, and then Chuck Pagano had that cancer thing, and then he took over and won Coach of the Year. He went 9-3, and then he took that opportunity and went to Arizona. And then first 2 years they was flying high, and then they flamed out the last 2 years, and he got forced out. Like they was gonna fire him, but it was like a mutual separation. And Arizona just recovered from Arians' mess. So I'm looking at my team like similarities: veteran quarterback, veteran receivers, no quarterback in the future. Because he left Arizona pretty bad.
Right.
No quarterback.
Well, we all know this is Super Bowl bust.
It's gotta be. That's what I'm telling you. Like,
I mean, it's no. I didn't want Brady to come because of that pressure. Now he might be ready, but other team, I don't know if they were ready for that. But people don't. I don't know if the team realized that we got an X on our back.
We do.
Everybody's looking to beat Tampa Bay because we're supposed to be this dream team. So it's just they have to stand up to that pressure, and I think the Saints heard that chirping. That's why they came and stomped us.
Yeah. So it's crazy, man. But yeah, I'm paying attention to everything. Everything.
Right.
So,
but man, I'm gonna get off so someone get on, man.
We got one more after you. We got one more after you. So, but I appreciate you coming on, man, Mr. Lee. Salute to you, man. Keep supporting the channel.
All right, man.
So we got one last person coming on, Rafaela. What's going on, man?
Isaiah, what's up, man?
Yeah, I'm here, man. I'm just rapping. You're the last call for the night, so
Cool, bro.
The last chime in. So Take it
I'm a
home.
big fan of yours, bro. I've been watching you for a couple years now, probably 2, 3 years now, man. I think the Bucks community probably know you more than some of the players, man.
If they, I'll be surprised if they. I mean, that's actually a shock if that's the case. But
You're pretty big in the Bucks community, bro. I'm telling you, man.
yeah, I mean, I try to, I'm for one, I am who I am. So I don't try to, change up. So if they like me,
Yes,
they like me for
sir.
who I am.
Oh yeah, I think you can make it on TV, bro. I mean it, man. You got a very good personality. You got some great talking points.
Hmm.
You're charismatic, man. I'm a big fan of what you do, brother.
Yeah, I've been approached, about doing a time slot. So, but that was like some
Really?
months ago, well,
You
like
didn't
end of
take it,
last
bro?
year. But
Did
I
you?
turned
You
it
didn't?
down.
Why?
I just wasn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just more of like a self builder,
Sure, sure, sure.
But it is.
So
We'll see what
Isaiah,
happened though. I mean, we'll see what happened down the road.
yeah, I think it's going well for you, man. I think there's some you got a bright future ahead of you in this sports talking.
Oh, I would love to get on one of the bigger platforms like the mid levels, and
I'm telling you, bro. I see it, man. I mean it.
if I can
Might
get
start
there,
off
man.
with Tampa Bay, ESPN in Tampa Bay, something like that. Fox News Tampa, or not
You know what
Fox
I
News,
would.
Fox
You know what I
Sports.
would like to do. And I'm gonna try to start. I'm gonna start reaching out to some of the Bucks players to try to get them, bring them into the locker room.
You should, if they like your personality, they might start whispering to each other in the locker room. You never know, man.
Right. I'm gonna reach out to a couple like Devin White, Levante to see if they want to come into the locker room on it's gonna be
Yeah,
a surprise though. I'm gonna see if I can get them on. I'm gonna reach out to them.
man, that would be sweet, man. Maybe you can start off with some of the not lower players, but
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That'll be
Yeah,
good. Actually, that'll be a good start too. Like reach out to the the kind of like like the rookie maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe the second
get
string guy.
AQ Tripley on there, man. Get AQ Tripley. He's still a starter.
Right. Yeah, I
So,
can reach
man,
out
so
to
you mentioned. Oh, sorry about that, bro.
Nacho. I can reach out to Nacho Nunez. I can reach out to him.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna reach out to him. I'm gonna send him an email, I'm gonna say, hey man, send him a little, tweet or Instagram, whatever, and say, hey man, if you got time, I'd like to have you in the locker room, man, and check out my videos and whatever, so you
Right.
get a feel for who I am, and come on into the locker room, man. We would love to have you and talk about things, and it ain't got to be long, maybe 10 minutes, whatever, 5-10 minutes,
Right,
start from
right.
there.
Yes, sir. So, man,
Mhm.
you mentioned Dirk Cutter, man. Dirk Cutter, as you like to call him. What were the Bucks thinking when they hired that guy, man? He he was terrible, bro. He
Well,
was
the thing about see Dort, I did my research on him too. He goes back to Boise State, Mountain West. Didn't do nothing there. He won a game. He was over 500, but didn't win anything big there. You know what I'm saying? He
yeah.
just basically coached to keep his job. And then because of the offense, Boise State offense, he got an offer, to come to the league. And then, Mike Smith, I see how the circle works.
Yeah.
Mike Smith brought him on to Atlanta. And Atlanta was
Uh-huh.
always a productive offense. But when it came down to the big moments, they always choked.
Uh-huh.
A third down and ones, fourth and ones, third and threes, and the game on the line. And Dort Cutter, for some reason, they'll have a lot of yards, but they'll lose.
Yeah, man, you like to talk about garbage yards? That's the thing. He got a lot of garbage yards.
Yeah.
And it made him look good on paper.
Remember that game against the Redskins? We had 505 yards. The
And
Redskins
still lost.
the Redskins had like 200 and something yards, and we still lost. How the hell
Yeah.
you go for 500 and something yards, and you only score like, how many points they scored? 3 or 7 or something like that?
He couldn't get in the end zone, man. He wasn't creative enough.
Yeah, from 20 to 20, Dort Cutter is fine. This
Right.
is red zone. Red zone, he's
Right.
horrible.
He's horrible. He was always doing screen plays, getting 4 yards here, 5 yards there. But he couldn't move the pocket. I don't know, man. I did not like him at all. And he
Yeah,
hired Mike Smith. I mean, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but Mike Smith got fired because his defense was so terrible. Remember?
Yeah, see, a lot of people but it got covered up because of the turnovers. Because of Winston turnovers, it kind of got like brushed to the side. It wasn't a big talking point because it was all about, Winston turnovers. But people don't realize that defense was really bad with Mike Smith, man. Really bad. Like, it was 30-second. Like, it was breaking records, historic records, like yards, completion
It was
percentage.
terrible with the Falcons. He got fired because of how bad. And then you hire him as a defensive corner. I was like, what are these guys doing, man? Like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, but it's those some of the things that go to the wayside because it's not a talking point. It's not a narrative. It's not a narrative that people want to talk about, even though they know it's there. They know and the Bucs fans knew the defense was horrible from 2016 to 2019. You know what I'm saying? They knew.
terrible.
I mean, 2018. So the time that from Dort Cutter to Mike Smith, the time they was there, they knew the defense was bad. From 2006 to 2018, they knew the defense was bad. They knew
Right.
that. Everybody can see that. Chris Conte, like, come on, man. Like, number 23. Like everybody knew that, but it wasn't a talking point. It wasn't a needle mover. The needle mover was Winston.
Yeah.
So I tell people, man, it wasn't just the turnovers. It was a bad team. Remember, folks, the team was 2-14 when they got him. So what I tell you?
Yeah, man. We've had some. So look, and with Bruce Arians, I like him, but I'm with you, man. The guy, he likes to be in the spotlight too much. Like, dude, calm down, push the team. You got a great roster. Stop trying to. He has a big ego, like you always say, man. His ego is too big.
Mm-hmm. See what he said, about Evans. Evans was open. He was open the whole game. Like, oh, come on, man. Like, come on, Bruce. Like, didn't you have to tell the media that?
Right. Why is he telling the media that? No other coach is really doing it like that.
No, yeah, Evans was open. He was open the whole time. Just didn't get the ball. Like, yeah, great just to throw him out there. Okay, great.
Arians makes it easy for the team to turn on him if it starts going south. Right now, yeah, we lost pretty bad to the Saints, but we're 7-3. But if it starts going south, he makes it easy for the team to turn on him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're 7-3, man. So these next 6 games or 5 games, because it's week 11 basically. And we got our bye coming up too, so that's a good thing too. Like a late bye too, which is like perfect for the Bucs. If we can just get to the bye,
Right.
and then we kind of refresh. The fan base can refresh, you know what I'm saying, and the team can refresh and do the stretch run. You know, got the Falcons twice and the Lions in the back end. The last 4 games of the season is, you know, it's there. I mean, it's there for 11-5, 12-4. You know,
Right.
it just got to finish strong. And we at a point right now. You are who you are. This is week 11. So like, how much more change can you make? You know what I'm saying? Like that offense is an efficient offense. It's not the no risk it, no biscuit. You know, fully. You know what I'm saying? It's the no risk it, no biscuit light. Advanced metrics show it. Yards per throw show it. More throws to the running backs and tight ends. Because Brady, he's like I said, Brady is more of a short to intermediate guy. So he's really not running the true Bruce Arians offense. I mean, tape don't lie. Advanced metrics don't lie. You know, numbers don't lie.
You think Bruce Arians hates that?
Yeah, to a degree. I think like cause there's some play calls that Mike Evans will usually get that ball like deeper down the middle, like 15, 20 yards, and Brady don't make those throws. He'll go right to Gronkowski or Fournette.
Yeah.
And I can see it.
Here's the thing that I don't get. And by the way, before we hired Bruce Arians, I wanted Eberflus, the defensive coordinator from the Colts. Look what he's doing. But Bruce isn't bad. He's good at hiring other coaches. Like I like Todd Bowles. I'm a fan of his. But I just don't understand why against the Saints we switched it up on defense so much when we dominated on defense the first game.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know what was the plan behind that. They was like, we'll let Breeze, because they say the longer you hold, the longer the drive is, the more in tune for you to make a mistake. So like 10 plus play drives, there is a higher chance or probability of you making a mistake, fumble, interception, or sack, fumble, whatever. The shorter the drive is, the easier it is for you not to turn the ball over. So they figured by letting Breeze drive down the field, eventually he'll make a turnover. No.
I don't get it.
No, that don't work with Breeze.
No, not Drew Brees, man. That guy's a legend.
You got to put pressure on him, man.
We got to put pressure. We didn't blitz. We played zone the whole game. Like, we dominated the first game. Why are we going to switch it all up? Maybe because they lost, they wanted to make adjustments, but not that much on defense, especially when we dominated.
Right. So, I mean, that was a weird – both games were weird, man. Like, defensively, like, it was just like, oh, my God. Like, and then the O-line just made it even worse. Like, damn. Like, that O-line just – it's a trip against aggressive pass rushers. And all 3 of those games, 2 games against the Saints, and then the game against the Bears, both teams only rushed 4.
Right. I do
7.
like how they're like switching some things around though. I like the putting IQ ship. I like what they're doing with Jensen. At least they're not afraid to experiment with the O line.
And it actually looked good. Like, you know, with because with Marpet being out, AJ Shipley went to the center and Jansen went to the guard, and Jansen been having snap problems too this year too. So, that little switch up was kind of pretty cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the running game, was there. So like, do they really rush Marpet back? I mean, if he's not 100% healthy, like, do you hold him off until the bye?
What do you think they're gonna do with Marpet if he comes back?
Well, it'll go back to Jansen at center and Marpet and Kappa. It'll go back to that.
I don't know, man. You think they should have Shipley in there and then keep Jensen at guard and then put Marpet?
You'll take Cap out. You'll take Cap out.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Get your 5 best linemen out there.
That's what I was thinking of, brother. I don't know. I think that's what I would do. Just looking at the last game, our O-line performed pretty good.
I wouldn't be against it at all if they was move Ali Marpet back to his natural right guard and then Jansen to the left guard and Shipley to the center and 76 at left tackle and Tristan, of course, at right tackle. I wouldn't be against it.
Right.
Because we got Aaron Donald, man. We got Aaron Donald coming up and Michael Brockers. 2 good defensive tackles. And
I'm excited to see that.
Aaron Donald will be lining up against Kappa.
I'm afraid for Kappa, bro.
He just don't hold up. He don't hold up well, man. He don't hold up well.
How's Kappa?
Yeah, he doesn't hold up. He didn't hold up well against the Saints D line interior, and he didn't hold up well against Akeem Hicks either.
You think who is our weakest link on the O line? You think it's Kappa or D Smith, aka 76?
See, the problem is being that those positions are too separate, like they're not even like by each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Kappa is the right guard and number 76 is left tackle, so they don't really have a deep connection. Like, they have a continuity on the line, but it's like if they was next to each other, then you kind of say okay. But number 76 is the left tackle, so he doesn't too much affect anything that Kappa does. So it's kind of hard to kind of put them together. So, but if you had to look at it from a bird's eye view, high insight, number 76 is a problem.
Yeah, man. In the playoffs, we're going to have defensive linemen that are beasts. And he does good against average to decent linemen, bro. Whenever he goes against an elite rusher, I don't know, man. He just loses it.
He folds. And then they got Leonard Floyd this weekend, or Monday night. So Leonard Floyd, long, fast,
Leonard Floyd's with the Rams now?
Yep.
Oh, dang. I thought he was still with the Bears.
No, he had 3 sacks yesterday.
He had 3 sacks?
Against Russell Wilson. Wilson, mobile quarterback.
Oh, yeah, mobile, too.
So good luck, Donovan. Good luck, number 76.
This is gonna be entertaining to watch. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I'll it's gonna be my live Monday night. I'm gonna have some pizza, some popcorn. I'm gonna be live.
It's gonna be popping this game, bro.
I'm gonna be a little turned up. Like the next 2 games, the Rams and the Chiefs, I'm gonna be really, really, really super hyped.
So what's your prediction, man? You think we can get away with the 2 wins, or think we might go even? What do you think?
Well, I'm gonna do my preview video, Wednesday or Thursday. So stay tuned for that. I'll give you like a more in depth who has the advantages from coaching all the way down to punt return. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give a detailed breakdown like probably Thursday on the preview video. But so stay tuned for that. So like I said, it's just one of those things where it's a tough game, man. It's not gonna be an easy one.
If we come out with a win, look. We dominated the Packers. People forgot about that. They still got the Packers in their power. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we got our butts whipped against Saints, but I don't know, man. That Saints game really, really took a fall on me, man. As a fan, like it kind of ruined. I just felt like the season got ruined in one game, man. I don't know why. It felt like this. Like, bro, like I've been excited as the first time, and then we gotta beat the Saints. Already beat us, and we come out, we just get tore up.
It's like that loss, like it devastated the Bucs fan base. It did.
It devastated us, man. I don't know about you. I'm speaking for myself, but it devastated me. At least though, we bounced back good.
I mean, it was so bad that they was arguing, Facebook fighting, social media fighting each other.
Really, I don't have social media, so I don't know about it.
They was at war, man. They was at war with each other over. That's how bad we got beat, and that's how bad the Saints kind of like messed up the psyche of the fan base.
It did, man.
They got so bad. They got so bad. They was blaming Winston because we lost. Like, wait a minute, he didn't even like he came in at the end of the game when the game was like 35-3. And it was Winston's fault that we lost the game. Like, golly, like
Are you
obsession for
serious?
real.
Oh god.
Obsession.
Yeah,
They had to find somebody to blame. They didn't want to accept responsibility that we just got straight up took to the woodshed.
yeah, man. I didn't even know about all that. That makes it even
Yeah, it was
funnier.
horrible. I was back there laughing, like I'll be watching, and I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, wait a minute, it's Winston's fault that we lost the game. Like, how? That's a bad reach.
Yeah, that's a terrible reach. He played like 2 snaps.
Yeah, like, oh, forget about Brady didn't play good or the O line didn't play good. No, it wasn't. No. They did fine. It was Winston.
right, right.
Like, you hate that man that much?
I'm a fan of Winston.
So
I'm
okay, so
rooting
you
for
pro,
the
so
guy.
you pro
Oh,
Winston.
man.
So you
Huh.
pro Winston.
I am. I'm pro Winston.
See, so what I do is how I handle the anti and pro Winston fans. I try to keep things in a perspective where it can be seen on both ends, because I don't take sides. It's just I don't get involved because it's a war. It's a war between pro and anti Winston fans. It's every day. It's a war.
Sure.
It's annoying. It really is. It's very annoying. Like the week could be fine, and all of a sudden somebody be like, Winston. They know somebody say something about Winston, and the next thing you know, that thread will get like 100 comments. I'm like, oh my gosh, like
It's an obsession with Winston, man. Even he's not even on the team anymore. People still
obsession. Like
obsessed with
seriously.
him.
Like now
It's
that
crazy.
now that he's starting for the Saints, it's even worse now.
Yeah.
Because the pro Winston fans are taking shots at the anti Winston fans, and the anti Winston fans was like, he's a third string quarterback. Well,
Yeah.
he's starting
I've
now.
never seen a guy so polarizing that played for the Bucks. You either hate him or you love him. There's so many people that are favorable with Winston, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, some people will say, he's the best Bucks quarterback we ever had. Then someone will say he's the worst. Let's forget all the Josh
Really?
Freeman, the Tim Rattay, and the Bruce Krakowski, and what I'm saying, like, it's Chris Sims. They Winston's worse than all of them. Like, what?
What's your opinion?
Like,
You
wait a
think he's
minute.
Yeah.
Like, how's he worse than Bruce Krakowski or Sean?
Yeah,
Like, how is that possible?
Even Brad Johnson. I know he won a Super Bowl, but man.
Like, come on now. Like, is we talking about quarterback or we talking about personal? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You can't honestly believe that he's that bad. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think? Do you think he's the best quarterback we've ever had?
Up to this point,
Yeah.
I mean, look at our history. Doug Williams
Right?
ran him out.
Yep.
Steve Young
Ran him out.
ran him out.
Yep.
Trent Dilfer, he didn't do so. I mean, he didn't do well either. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No way.
and then we had then we went to a little spot with Brian Greasy. Remember him?
Garcia was pretty good.
Jeff Garcia had a little run, but he was, Jeff Garcia was like a Rich Gannon, like he was like a Rich Gannon for us, like old quarterback, but he can mobile, he can run around, scramble. He was like Russell Wilson, he was the Russell Wilson back then.
Basically.
Yeah, he was likable, cool guy. We won some games with him, and then we had Brad Johnson, of course how that worked out. We won a Super Bowl with him. And we had Sean King.
Ooh, I forgot about Sean King.
Yeah, Sean King for a brief minute. And then we had Josh Freeman.
Didn't we have McCown for a little bit?
Josh McCown. But that was after Freeman.
Okay. Did he start a whole season or no?
Yeah, McCown started quite a bit. He started a lot of games. Mike Glennon.
Oh yeah, we didn't have McCown. I'm tripping. Yeah, we had Josh McCown for a little bit.
Yeah, Josh McCown. We had Mike Glennon,
Uh-huh.
Chris Sims, Tim Rattay, Bruce Krakowski. Like, we didn't have our history of quarterbacks ain't.
That's terrible.
It's terrible. Like, if you had to look at it from high in sight, yeah, of course. Like, you look at Winston and look at the rest of those guys. I mean,
We might have the worst history of quarterbacks in any franchise ever.
we do. Josh Johnson had Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson, yep. I can't think of any other team with worse quarterbacks than him.
Yep. Joey Hamilton.
Right.
Like, yeah, people are coming out with in the chat room. They we had Ryan Fitzpatrick. We had Ryan Fitzpatrick. Then we had Ryan Fitztragic.
Oh yeah. How can I forget?
And of course now we got we had Winston. We had Brady. So,
Oh, we got Brady.
but the question is do you consider Brady a buck because he's only been here for 10 games? Like, what do you consider a buck player?
Yeah, there's no way you can right now consider him a Buck. I mean, look, if he wins the Super Bowl, I'm gonna say the guy's a Buck, man. Yeah, of course, he's always gonna be a Patriot, but I'm also gonna say he's a Buck if he wins the Super Bowl. You can't deny that.
No, I'm not gonna doubt that. I'm just saying, like, if just hypothetically speaking, like, because he will always be remembered as a Patriot, regardless of what he do with the Bucks.
No matter what. You
So-
think if he wins the Super Bowl with the Bucks? Because remember last year,
I forgot. Wait. We have Vinny Testaverde and Dan Orlowski too.
We had Dan Orlowski?
Yeah, for a little bit.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I forgot about Vinny. Oh, Vinny Testaverde. 35 interceptions.
Damn, more than Winston?
Yeah, but nobody talk about that. That's not the talking point.
And people still say Winston's the worst ever?
Yes, out of all those bad quarterbacks.
Wow.
Now, mind you, I have no ties to Winston at all. I don't like similar players at all. Period.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at it from a football standpoint. Like, no, he's not the worst quarterback we've ever had. Like, are you serious? Like, come on now.
People are tripping, man. I don't know why I like Winston. I think he was put in a bad situation.
Well, remember now, the team was 2-14.
Yeah.
So here's a similar quarterback. Right now, this year, Joe Burrows. The Bengals, horrible. Joe Burrows got drafted to an organization and handed him the keys at a young age. Well, Joe Burrows was older than Winston when Winston got here. Joe Burrows was like 24 already. When Winston got to this team, Winston was 21. Here,
Yeah, he was young.
here, take the franchise and get us there.
Mhm.
So Joe Burrows is about to go through the same shit. He gonna try to uplift a franchise that just not good. You know what I'm saying? And he's getting hammered this year. Like, he's throwing the ball quite a bit, but he's getting hammered.
I'll be real with you though. I think Joe Burrow, and like I said, I am a Winston fan, but I do think Joe Burrow is a little bit better.
Oh yeah, I mean, like
Not
yeah,
a little
overall,
bit.
yeah, overall, yeah.
He's gonna be better overall.
If now here's the situation. A quarterback can be good, but sometimes it's the franchise, the organization can just make a quarterback just go sour.
Absolutely, man.
Like, people don't realize that the player can be good, but if the franchise just don't put the right coaches around him, put the right players around him, like the Bengals need to draft O-line. The Bucks didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks went skill position, secondary, skill position. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the
beats,
Bengals
bro.
the Bengals were smart. They would go O-line, O-line, O-line. O-line, O-line, O-line. D-line,
Yep.
O-line. O-line, D-line.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you build a team.
Absolutely.
So it's a reason why you go number one. You go to the worst team.
Right.
So, but yeah, if Burrows get, the right, the backing and the fan base is behind him because he's from Ohio. So that's one thing about with Joe Burrows. He got the fan support from the jump.
True.
I did notice that part. That plays a part too.
Winston, yeah, he went to Florida State, but he's originally from where? Alabama?
Yeah. So a lot of us didn't, some of the fans didn't want Winston. They wanted Mariota.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah. You see how that turned out?
Yeah, man. I'm a Mariota fan too, but unfortunately, he didn't pan out.
Yeah. He's. I don't think he's ever going to start again. To be honest with you.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. So I mean, sometimes you have to look at football from a straight up football perspective, not from a a biased perspective.
Yeah.
I think that's because like you said, you mentioned earlier, like Winston is a very polarizing figure.
I've never seen anything like it, man.
It's crazy because being looking at it from a distance, right? Because I don't get in, I don't try to get too much involved in it, and as far as conversations across social media and all that stuff. It's not just with not just with the Bucks fan base. It's like across the league, like every fan base, like he's a lightning rod. You know what I'm saying? Like anything he does, like when he did the little eat the W with Breeze,
Yeah.
that became a meme. Like all the fan bases picked up on it, and Steelers fan base, Bears, everybody's like he's a lightning rod. His warm ups, ran across one of his warm up videos, like his little snippets.
Yeah.
It was like a 15-minute warm up, like he was doing like the hip thing with Dak Prescott do.
Yep.
And he was doing the thing like twitching his feet, like doing a salsa.
Yeah.
That little video, 9 seconds, I believe, 1.5 million views.
Great. He's not even a starter there.
Like, he's not even a starter. He getting seriously, like this dude he's a polarizing figure. Like, he's a topic. Like, you can talk about the good, you can talk about the bad, If any quarterback doing bad, guess who they reference? With the quarterback, Winston.
Yep, exactly. And look, I'm gonna prove your point too. I'm not from Florida. I'm from Michigan, and I'm in a group chat with a bunch of friends, and I got some that talk about Winston all day, every day. I'm not exaggerating, not all day, every day, but you know what I mean. They're constantly talking about him, rooting for him, showing me, showing gifts of him, like grabbing crabs, whatever it may be, and can't wait for him to do good. And I have other people that are like, man, he sucks. Jameis is the worst. It's crazy, man. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
he's a hot topic, man. I think somebody mentioned this, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say about that topic about Winston. And it's funny. It's funny that you bring this up because this is the most I like kind of went in depth with it because I really don't try to touch on this topic on this channel because it's a hot topic, you know.
True.
And somebody mentioned which I thought was when I thought about it, the bigger picture, and it was funny to me. I found it funny. But somebody said on social media it was like, yeah, must protect Winston. He's a national football treasure.
Right.
I was like, and I thought about it for a second. I was like, yeah, he's kind of like one of those, like, you know, awkward, you know, like talking points. Like it's kind of like a national treasure, like a talking point, like whether it's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? It's like any quarterback that turns the ball over quite a bit, like Russell Wilson he's had 10 turnovers in the last 3 games.
Yeah.
Guess who they bring up? He's acting like Winston.
Yep.
It's like, damn. I found it funny. Any Carson Wentz do it. Any quarterback that turns the ball over multiple times, they go right to Winston.
They're always going to Winston, man. It's
Right
weird
to Winston. Now, mind you, there was multiple quarterbacks that threw more than 30 interceptions. Nope. Right to Winston. Like, wait a minute. So what about, you know, Blanda and Vinny Testaverde and some other quarter? Brent Favre had multiple seasons with over 20 interceptions. Multiple. 2 over 25. No. We want Winston.
They never mentioned Favre, man, ever.
Favre was an interception machine.
He's the king of interceptions, man.
Yeah, but no, he's not the no. See, Favre is peanuts to Winston, like that. Winston is that dude, man. Winston is that interception king, man. Like they don't care about Favre interception record. And he threw 20 interceptions multiple times.
I think per game, Favre beats Winston in interception.
Oh yeah, but it's not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah, Favre was a gunslinger, like a true, like he was the Winston before Winston.
Right.
But the difference is, you know, he had a better organization around him too.
Yeah, man. Favre is a beast. I don't know, man. It's weird, brother. I just hope this year we can take it to the next level. These next 2 games, the way we perform, win or lose, I think it's gonna show a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean these 2 games. Actually, now I got to throw the Vikings. So what's the score of the Vikings game? Is the Vikings still winning?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I'm looking at the chat room. Is the Vikings still winning? Oh, somebody said that might need to put Trubisky back there. I guess the Bears' offense looking really bad. I think Matt Nagy about to get fired. It's 13-13. Yeah, well, he made a coaching change. He gave up play calling. You know, usually that's a sign of I got to shake something up. So Matt Nagy feeling the pressure. And he wanted Foles there.
He did.
He wanted Nick Foles there. But, you know,
I don't know why they benched him. I mean, look, Trubisky, he's not the best, but
Trubisky back in the game? Trubisky in the game? Is Nick Foles? So I'm just looking at the chat room. So is Nick Foles in the game, or did they go back to Trubisky? Let me see what they say in the chat room. Because if they went back to Nick Trubisky, I'll be shocked. Because they benched him. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, Foles still in. Nick Foles still in. Yeah, so yeah, Matt Nagy feeling the pressure, man. The Bears got a really good defense, and they don't have no offense.
They have an amazing defense.
Yeah, you know, see what they did to the Bucs offense, right?
Yeah.
Shut us down. Look, man, this looks stupid.
Do you like our defense so far?
Inconsistent. It's good. Like I said, it's like the run defense is fine. The secondary is playing much better. It's just the consistency in the secondary is starting to show cracks. Started out really hot. You know, Saints game, the Panthers game, the Broncos game. Justin Herbert kind of lit us up a little bit. Well, actually, he did lit us up. And that's when it kind of started getting shaky back there. Then Aaron Rodgers, you know, first quarter was doing his thing. Then, you know, that pick six changed the game.
Yeah.
And then, you know, of course, the Saints game came up, and then we had that Panthers game, the Raiders game. So it's been some, like, Derek Carr had a couple good moments against that secondary. So you can see the chinks in the secondary it's like, wait a minute, it's not the time to be going the other way with the inconsistency.
True, but I will say this: it's mostly good than bad.
Yeah, it's much better. Like the good
Oh
thing
yeah,
about it is, it's not like they just learning it. You know what I'm saying? It's
right.
not like last year, like the first year. Like anytime the first year you were in a system, you're gonna have your growing pains. No
Oh yeah.
continuity. But then once you get that second season in, now you kind of know where you need to be at. The communication will be a lot better. Even though the communication hasn't been great the last few weeks in certain moments, like key moments and all that, but it's much better. You know what I'm saying? Like, which is good. Like I said, from the jump from last year to this year is a big difference.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, like I said, it's been better than especially from what we're used to as Bucs fans the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope when the playoffs come around, if we make it. I mean, obviously, I think we're gonna make it, but I hope Todd Bowles learns his lesson and be like, he's gotta step it up.
So let me ask you. So see this super chat, not super chat. This comment right here. You want to read that comment and you want to answer that?
Do you think Arians should go more fourth down within the red zone? Rather, I mean, it depends on the situation. I remember what game was it against? Was it against the Bears?
Yeah, he did it again. Yep. The Bears game. He went for the field goal.
He went for the field goal, right?
Yep. Could have put the game away.
And he and against the Giants too. Remember?
Yep. Did it against the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
The probability. The analytics said if he would have went for it, the analytics said that the game. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty much. Like you get the first down, the game over with. You kick the field goal, you still leave them probability of them winning or coming. Tying. You know what I'm saying? And Arians have a problem with those type of decisions. Like he don't go by analytics. Like the probability. Like, dude, if you make the first down, like the Giants game, you go for the first down, you get the game over with. You kicking a field goal, you giving the ball back to the Giants, and what did happen? They went down there and scored a touchdown, and the 2-point conversion was missed. But you gave them the opportunity to tie the game.
Mm-hmm. But let me tell you this though: if we didn't make it and they scored, they win. Game over, right?
No, we were up. We were up.
We were
But I'm
up
saying,
by,
if you keep the ball, in the possession, your possession, the game is like, there is no them scoring a touchdown and going for 2.
What was it? 4th and 3 when they went for it?
No, it's 4th and 1. It was like a long one.
Oh, 4th and 1. Damn.
Yeah, but it was a long one. But Brady was like Brady, you could tell Brady wanted to in the game. He wanted to go for it. The quarterback sneak, and he's very good at that. And Bruce Arians was like, nah, let's go
the
for
best
the field
ever
goal.
at that.
It's like, wait a minute. Everybody was like, Brady's like the king of quarterback sneaks. You take that.
Oh yeah, he's the best ever at quarterback sneak.
You know what's so crazy? They went for the 4th down in their own territory. You get into the Giants territory, you don't go for it. Same scenario, 4th and 1 on your own. Like it was like 20 something. I forgot where. Like inside. It was between 20 and 30 yards on their side of the field. You go for it then, which is a huge risk. But then at the end of the game, you in Giants territory, inside the 30, or maybe inside the 20, and there's a 4th and 1, and you don't go for it.
Right. I mean, to be honest, I do see both ways. Kick a field goal, they gotta score and get a 2-point conversion just to tie it. But I see what you're saying too.
Right. You don't want to give a team a chance. I mean,
right.
But then it comes to the confidence and stuff like that. I think Arians, he wanted to make sure you get points on the board. So.
And then last thing I want to tell you about, brother, is how about Ryan's tuck-up, man?
Hell of a difference, ain't it?
Oh my gosh, man! Oh my God! How many years has it been where we lose games to field goals? Where you're
okay. So I'm very big on this because I'm very big on special teams, and that was my talking point this off season. Going to this season, I was like, I get it, the interceptions, I get the secondary, but I told people this: you cannot go into the season with Matt Gay. 13 missed kicks was a problem. Okay, yeah, 30 interceptions was a problem. Pass D was a problem. 13 missed kicks was a problem.
That's more than a problem.
So I did more research. The Bucs are tied with the Chargers before the season started with the most missed kicks, 34, since 2009.
Damn.
The worst special teams in the entire NFL, but that wasn't a talking point. Because the talking point was Winston. So, so a lot of things got overlooked. Oh, Bucs kick return. bottom. Punt return
Yep.
at the bottom. Like
Mhm.
we got nothing out of special teams since from 2009 to 2019. Special teams destroyed this team. Like we lost a lot of close games because of missed extra points and kicks. You know what I'm saying? Because making those field goals changed the outcome of the game. Matter of fact, from with how many Roberto Aguayo, remember him? He had 11 missed kicks, and the Bucs got rid of him.
Right.
So when Matt Gay missed 13, I knew he was gone. And people tried to justify Matt Gay will be fine. Like, so that's acceptable that he can miss 13 kicks. Oh, he's just a rookie.
Right.
Well, if that's the case, why he not here?
Mm-hmm.
Why did they bring Ryan Suckup and Nick Folk in
Right.
preseason? Like, why did they bring them in? Or training camp? Like, why did they bring them in? Oh. And then 2 days later, Ryan Suckup is the starter. Matt Gay's gone. And matter of fact, Matt Gay doesn't have a job right now.
Dude, can you blame any NFL team?
Dude, when you miss 13 kicks, man, good luck trying to find a job.
Right.
But people try to defend it like it was okay.
Man, I don't know how. And what's up with us drafting kickers early rounds?
I don't know.
This
Jason Light, man. Jason Light.
Jason Light, no GM is perfect. You're always gonna disagree with some. Hindsight's 2020. But how after he traded up, not only did he draft a kicker in the second round, he gave a third round pick to trade up and drafted a kicker, man.
Yep.
How can I ever trust a guy like that? But I'm trying to get it out of my system. It's been a while. It is what it is, though.
I mean, like I was at a couple of games last year, and he missed kicks. I was like, you got to be kidding me. The Giants game stands out last year. I was there. I like to talk about it because I was there. I was on that side of the end zone.
I remember that. You talked
When he
about
kicked
this
it.
thing before, that you're going to be there.
Bruce Arians took a 5-yard penalty to back him up so he can get a little more room.
Wait, I don't get it.
Yeah, so it was a 34-yard field goal.
Okay.
He took a delay of game to back him up 5 yards because he said he was like he's better in a certain between within I think it was like within 35. It was something like that. He's not really good in, but if I push him back, he makes kicks more. His percentage is higher. So he pushed him back 5 yards, kicks the ball. The ball is wide right.
Wow. Yeah, I remember
by
that,
inches.
man.
So if he would have kept those 5 yards, that would have been a made kick.
That Giants game killed me last year. It kind of felt like the team's game this year.
Yeah. So I mean, just by making kicks, Giants game, that's 8-8. Seahawks game. He missed the kick in that game, and the game went to overtime. But he missed the kick in regulation. See how that works out?
And they beat us on overtime, too.
Right. Defense was horrible.
It's crazy, man. You know, those games would have gave a different perspective. I know I'm bringing it back, but if we won those games, maybe Winston would still be here.
If you look at it from a parallel universe, right? A different universe. If Matt Gay just makes his kicks, and we can just keep the interceptions, keep the bad defense, the bad pass defense.
Yeah.
If he just makes his kicks, that's either 9-7 or 10-6.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Just make your kicks. Like keep the interceptions, just make your kicks, and it's still 9-7, 10-6.
Yeah.
But that's a parallel universe. So
it's crazy how things work out, man.
yeah, but but it is what it is, and the team is doing well now. The kicker is making his kick, so we don't have to worry about. Because I'm not on the edge of my seats when my Ryan Suckup kick. I don't even really pay attention to when he kicks. Now I'll be like, that's good.
Right.
I'm comfortable
I
now.
used to bite my nails, man.
But I was sitting on the edge of my seat every time Matt Gay kicked last year. He missed 3 kicks in the last game of the season. But that wasn't a talking point.
No.
Because the talking point was overtime.
Right.
It should have never went to overtime. That's the point people are missing. It should have never went to overtime.
That's terrible, man.
So, it all, everything has for a reason. So but luckily, thank God he missed all those kicks, and we don't have to deal with that this year. So,
Yeah, I'm glad we got sucked up, man.
yeah. So, like I said, the team is a lot better this year, than last year. You know what I'm saying? With a couple upgrades, second year in the system with Todd Bowles. Adding some pieces. So, it's not even close as far as the 2020 team versus the 2019 team. Like the 2020 team is so much better.
Do you truly think we might be able to win a Super Bowl?
With the roster we got, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think any different.
I think the second half of the season is gonna It's important to study.
Well, we got a late bye too, so
Yeah.
I mean, like we'll see though. I mean, like we got like I said, the Rams, the Chiefs, the Vikings, and then we got the Falcons twice, and then we got the Lions.
I'm kind of worried about the Falcons in a way, man.
Yeah, you know how it is. The divisional games.
Divisional games. You can never take that easy.
Right, can't never do that. Can't never take that easy.
Mm.
So, and the Falcons are 3-1 since Raheem Morris took over. So,
Raheem Morris. It's another guy from us.
yeah, that's another guy we had, Mr. Rah Rah guy,
Yeah.
chest bumping.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, yeah, man.
No problem, man.
It's good talking to you, bro. Thank you for having me on, man.
Oh, no problem, man. Keep supporting the channel, man. I salute to you, man. I appreciate you coming on here and closing it out, man. I let you, like usually like whoever comes on last pretty much stays on like, the longest pretty much like to close it out. So
Man, I'm grateful for that, bro.
yeah, it's random. It's very random. So you don't never know who's gonna be last.
I didn't even know I was gonna be last.
Yeah, so you got a chance to talk. Got a lot in.
Yes, sir.
So
All right, brother.
appreciate
You
it,
have a
man.
good night, brother.
You have a good night.
Yep.
Well, folks, there you have it. Locker room talk. 2 hours on the dot. We talked about everything. Most part, right? AB, Saints, the Bucks versus Panthers, the Bucks versus Rams, and a little bit there and a little bit here. And so it was good talking points today, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody coming on that came into the locker room and spoke your mind about how you feel about things, and not just with the Bucks, but just in general if you want to talk about other things. But I appreciate y'all coming on, and I appreciate the super chats tonight that guys that donate to the channel. So keep saluting to you and all the bandits and pirates. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. 2 hours and 1 minute locker room talk every Monday here in the locker room, aka Buckles Locker. So with that being said, y'all know my slogan. I want y'all to fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag. No risk it, but you know what? You risk it to get the biscuit, and that's what we doing. Hashtag ain't no chill. Hashtag no excuses. Hashtag the big one. Yeah, I know what I'm about to say. Super Bowl or bust. All caps. Buckles Lock out. Go Gators. Peace.